And I can safely say I am concerned for the future of gaming.
Jump into the Arkhamverse. Batman Arkham Shadow is a MetaQuest 3 exclusive VR game coming later this year.
Dude,
Batman, you face.
So when I say I am concerned, that is of course a very incendiary statement. I both am and I'm not. Why? What I am actually concerned about, and I'm not, and concerned isn't the right word. What is clearly happening is it looks like AAA is taking a breather. Looks like AAA is taking a breather.
Our industry is evolving and changing. Smaller teams and new creators are finding incredible success. New ideas, new teams, and smaller creators can and will break through.
We didn't get any announcements of any major AAA titles next year or the year after. And more importantly, what that shows us is the rest of this year, not necessarily the rest, next year in particular, is going to be interesting. Now, here's the thing. Interesting doesn't mean bad. Interesting does not mean bad. Because here's the thing. Think of game dev in this case like a forest, right? And the thing about forests is that trees get big and then they go out. And when they get big and get out, they create shade. And that shade means that little plants don't get a chance to grow and become big trees themselves. So what's happening now is that forest, those big AAA trees are falling. They have been falling and now they are falling. So what's going on is even though the forest is a little emptier right now, there's a lot more opportunity for sun. And there's a lot more ground that's getting it. And that means that indie devs that don't need all those resources have a lot more room and a lot more money that can be sent their way. And that could be really great for them. Because now they have an opportunity to thrive in an environment where they don't have nearly as much competition. And that could be great for gamers. So that part is kind of awesome. So it's the thing that's really interesting to think about is it's kind of hard to see the forest for the trees right now because it's kind of hard to see the cloud because when you're in a cloud, you don't see the cloud. It's only when you're outside of it that you see it. And what it's looking like is we may be in the cloud right now of the gaming sphere actually going through a metamorphosis of these large pillars that have existed for decades actually tumbling, and all of these indies are now going to have a chance to succeed. Now we have 25 million PAL worlds. We've got, million sale core keepers. We've got the Terrarias. We've got the Haunted Chocolatiers. We've got all these awesome little tiny titles that are becoming wildly successful. Yeah, this art style is amazing. Wait, it's like Auto Battler plus action? Bro, if this is like a roguelite where you have builds and stuff, this could be amazing. I am totally checking this out. Hey, oh, wow. There it is. Oh, it's co-op too.
The little prototype of just a character holding the device.
Oh, how
having
cool.
An endless running motion and jumping at the same time as seeing it in 2D and 3D.
And then the other part of it.
Man, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be blunt. I'm not even super interested in this game, but this tech and these guys are awesome. Man, I don't know why jiggling these balls is getting me off so much, but this is great. And yeah, that's kind of awesome because frankly, those games are fantastic. Even better for us, this means that the people in a lot of ways that really love games because they just love them are the ones that are going to be making our games and the ones that are going to be getting our money. And that's exciting. Game's great.
Nice.
And you may already be playing our first game.
Mars First game's
Mars
awesome.
First Logistics.
And frustrating as fuck.
We're Trinket Studios, creators of Battleship
In a good way.
Brigade, and this is our card
Oh, I
battle
played this
RPG,
Battleship Brigade. This is
Battle
actually really good too.
Pieces.
We are Studio Any%, and we're making the Marsfield Archives, a game about building and exploring connections.
Hi.
How are you going to build a social game called Any Percent?
The demo for one button bosses, or boss rush
Are you
game
speed
with a
running
single
social
button to
stuff?
press and a ton of bosses to beat.
Hey, I'm Husband, game director at Huscrofts, and this is...
It's exciting to think that game dev could be starting to shift a bit to where all these billions of dollars of resources that are going into them could maybe start going to the people that actually are like us and love playing and making games, and not just to the giant companies that are taking that money, making it a random number on a spreadsheet, and then being proud of that number instead of the product it represents. I'm optimistic. I'm not naive, but I am optimistic. And I do have faith that this is, at the end of the day, a brutal restructuring going on right now. That in a lot of, it's one of those things where what's going on in game dev right now is terrible. We're seeing really talented, good people lose their jobs. We're seeing studios close down. And unfortunately, right now, a lot of the people that cause that pain are not suffering from it. But, and I'm talking about like the people at the heads of these corporations making the decision. Like, they're not the ones that are getting fired. They're not the ones getting their company shut down. So although it is a terrible, terrible time, just keep in mind that hopefully there will be a silver lining here. And more importantly, what I think a lot of people are seeing that love money is that maybe there's better and other industries to make it in that are a lot easier to do. So like, hopefully the people that are in game dev just for the money are looking at everything going around right now and going, maybe I should go somewhere else. And that way, maybe the people that are that are actually making the games can keep making them. But we'll see. Anyway, I hope you had fun today. It was fun for me.